All right, Shalom. First, I start by saying all praise to How by Shemel Shai by Shem Kakadash. Give honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is the movie The Last Boy Scout. And it's just a quick video. It's basically on how women eat and wipe their mouth and say she have done no wickedness, man. Because we coming to the end of the society, and everybody is getting eviler. And it's all type of wickedness going on, and it's all type of death going on. So the Lord got Jake them turning up in their wickedness, and also putting them to death because of their wickedness. Just in case anybody was wondering why everybody dying the way they dying. But with that being said, I'm going to play this video and then add some precepts.
Thought you in Las Vegas.
Was.
Where'd you sleep?
The office. Hey, free time.
How much did you lose?
Wasn't there to gamble.
How much?
Was doing a skip trace. $50. What is this?
Darian's class 2 holiday pictures. That was hers. Obviously, her teacher wants to see it.
Where is she?
Some of the friends.
We're still giving her a hard time about the bracelet.
You kidding? Metal mouth. That's the latest. Bastards.
She'll be screwing him by the time she's 14.
Watch your goddamn mouth,
Oh,
Joe.
Christ, Sarah, you let her wear enough makeup. She looks like a goddamn raccoon. I come in the house, I think, Christ, it's a burglar. I almost shot her twice.
You're not funny, and all the girls at that school wear makeup.
I'm sure all the girls at that school don't put it on with a paint sprayer. For your information, a lot of people think I'm very funny.
Yeah, well, go live with them.
Don't tempt me. Who's the guy in the closet?
Excuse me?
Oh, that's right. Sometimes you forget I'm a detective. See, there's all this steam in the shower like somebody was just in there. Only your hair's dry. So it must be somebody else we're talking about. Male somebody, because the toilet seat's up. Since he's under the bed, I figured you must have stuck him in the closet when you heard my key hit the lock a day early. So, who's the guy in the closet?
Jesus Christ, nothing changes. You're still a lunatic.
Gonna tell me who it is?
You want me to open the closet, Joe? I'll do it, okay? And then we'll both know that you're a fucking psycho. Is that what you want, huh?
No.
Thank you.
The door stays shut. What I'm gonna do is count to 3. And then I'm gonna put a bullet in that door. You can stop me anytime by telling the truth. 1.
Call your shrink, Joe. Call him and tell him that you're fucking losing it.
The truth is a beautiful thing. 2.
How dare you come into this house and pull this?
3.
No!
Look, Joe. Keeping it warm for me, Mike?
Easy. Don't do nothing dumb.
Oh, was she? On your finger scale, how was my wife?
It just happened, Joe.
Sure, I know. Just happened. Could happen to anybody. It was an accident, right? You tripped, slipped on the floor, and accidentally stuck your dick in my wife. Whoops. I'm so sorry, Mrs. H. I guess this just isn't my week.
Joe, put the gun down, please.
Oh, yeah, the gun. You know, Sarah, I think you're right. I think I am losing
All right, Slocky. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie in a long time. But as you can see, she wasn't gonna tell the truth, and he eventually caught her ass and shit. But that's what the nigga woman be on, and by the nigga woman I mean all the women of the tribes. The Lord ain't dealing with the heathen. The laws ain't for the heathen. So, and through this music, that's all they promote. It's for people to commit adultery. Um, and a lot of these women got multiple men, and whatnot. You know, goes with their title, queen. Queen meaning whore. So yeah, that's just something simple, man. That's what's going on. You always gotta be circumspect, especially since everything is turning up. Everybody gonna be turning against. The scriptures say the love of many shall wax cold because of the philosophies that they believe in, and everybody gonna be turning against everybody, man. Because Americans don't know how to survive under pressure. Everything is pleasurable, um, folly, etc., man. And then ultimately it's because they're not of the elect. But that's what's going on in the society: pleasure and folly. You know, so um, and then they put the women up over the men, in which what happens when women rule. Exactly what you see going on now in this world. That's how you know what goes on when they put the women as the rulers, so to speak, or model their society after the vibration of a woman. So give me 1 second. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 30, verse 20. It says, "Such is the way of an adulterous woman. What classifies adultery as another man sleeping with another man's wife, according to the Bible. She's your wife because you had sex with her when she was a virgin. You know, that's what qualifies marriage, having sex. So, um, but that's what's going on basically. Without going, rambling on. Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I have done no wickedness. And then, there's a saying out here um, that I forgot exactly what they said, but the women are a whole lot more sneakier when it comes to committing adultery. They get away with it, and men get caught, and that's all prophecy. And then women boast in that. So that's how you know this society is wicked. But that's one of the main reasons why the Lord is going to destroy everybody that's here that ain't of His elect and in these other countries and stuff. And reestablish righteousness, man. This is Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. And not only his wickedness, but her wickedness. These women are our enemies. They've been our enemy since the beginning of time. Eve uh, took the bite of the apple represents the philosophies. What you see now today, same philosophies that's going on in this society are basically the same philosophies that were back then, man. Same demonic gods, the same actions, you know. But all right, this is verse 11. It says, "Though he humble himself, or though she humble herself, and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him or her, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away." Right, so that wickedness, that enemy, will always be your enemy, no matter what. What and the Lord got women coming back, whatever the case is, because there's an elect women, but for the most part, these women are your enemies, man. All right, all right, give me 1 second. All right, this is Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "Now the serpent, which was a man, it wasn't an actual snake, was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh power had made." It says, "And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of every of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High has said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die." Right, so don't go near those philosophies. Right, which means that that's another way that you can tell that the law was back then. It was oral though. All right, it says, "For the Most High doth know that in the," okay, it says Slakia. Genesis 3 and 4. "And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. For the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil." Right, man. So basically telling her to go against what the Lord said. Same thing the white man do with his laws, and that's why all the women always run into him for everything once she can't uh, keep her man in check the way she wants him to do, or him not bowing down to her, basically. "And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat. Right. So Eve was the first one to eat of the philosophies, you know, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of the Lord power walking in the garden in the cool of the day, right? A prophet. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord Yahweh, power amongst the trees of the garden. And the Lord Yahweh power called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, Who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? Right, and all the voice of the Lord in the garden was just the prophet, basically, man. Just like how the prophets are out here today, speaking the word. The trees in the garden represents the other nations, man, or people represents trees, also, in Genesis. And if I'm not mistaken, the rest of that precept, yeah, I think it was in Ezekiel 33 or Isaiah 33. I have to go back and look it up, but this is verse 13. It says, And the Lord Yahweh power said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. The weaker vessel, easily beguiled. That's why she needs a man to rule and run her. Same thing with these women, man. And the Lord Yahweh power said unto the serpent, Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Right. So basically, just to get to the point that I was getting at, Eve, the woman, took of the philosophies and then convinced Adam to take up the philosophies. So when you build a society to where women lead, it's gonna turn to wickedness automatically because the man is supposed to be over the woman, like the scriptures say. First Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushai, and the head of the woman is the man. The society doesn't see it to be that way. They got it to where we're all created equal, and even before they really start, like, um what is it? What's the word? Before men basically started basically coming at that fact that women are equal with men now. So y'all have to basically accept responsibility and holding them accountable in certain ways. The women were, especially in the Israelite community, women will always get away with murder, so to speak. And nowadays people mention it a whole lot more, that women are equal and holding them accountable. Now they being killed. You got all these alpha male movements going on and whatnot, which is waking men up, which is the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. But the prophets, the apostles, and the brothers that's preaching the truth or whatnot, we've been saying, what an alpha man really is. And these guys that's making these videos about being alpha men, they've been watching us. Because I've been watching them for numerous years through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, and I've watched them change from having their own little material and things that they know from their experiences to shaping it and using the same words, same points and stuff that we use, and whatever the case is, man. So they've been changing. That's how you know the truth is getting scattered everywhere. They've been changing. A lot of them claiming that they Israelites and giving reference to Israelite groups and stuff of that nature. So it all started with the Lord and the prophets, but these guys, they're not in the truth. They're just proclaiming to be alpha male, and they still going off because they don't know the full truth. But it's been everything just been them wheels been turning and everything just been changing in this world or whatever the case may be. Just to make the point quick. So, but yeah, you should never trust these women, especially not in the time now. I have another video put up about these women. But Eve is the weaker vessel. The Lord made Eve the weaker vessel so her mind and her spirit is not strong enough to deal with what's going on now today. And, a lot of times, especially in this society that we're living in, well, I'm not even finna go into that, man. Yeah, just never trust your enemy, man. You gotta watch these women, especially if you're dealing with them. And like Paul said, it would be better if you didn't have a woman, so you can focus on the ministry, man. So with that being said, call Allah, how about Shema Shai? Double honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.